That is the last video clip on using the factorization method to solve quadratic equations. On the board we have two equations here. 4x squared plus 12x plus 9 is equal to 0. And then 2y squared minus 11y minus 21 equal to 0. Let's take them one after the other. If you can observe carefully, there is a slight difference between this equation and the other equations we have solved in the previous slides. Here we have 4x squared plus 12x plus 9 equal to 0. In the previous equations, the coefficient of our x squared had always been 1. We never had a number placed there. So this time around, we have here 4. The implication is that we cannot just go straight to look for the factors of 9. Rather, we'll do a mental arithmetic of 4 times 9. That is, we'll take this 4 and multiply by 9, and that gives us 36. So instead of looking for the factors of 9, in this case, we'll be looking for factors of 36. That's the only difference. Once you have a number other than 1 here, first and foremost, multiply the number, the coefficient of x squared, by the constant term 9. So 4 times 9 in this case gives us 36. So I'll be looking for factors of 36 rather than factors of what? 9. So I'll go on. First factor or first pair of factors, 1 times 36 as usual. The next pair of factors we have there will be 2 times 18. Next pair, 3 times 12. Next will be 4 times 9. And I think finally we'll have 6 times 6. Now remember, we need just one pair to do what? To replace our plus 12x in this case. But before then, what signs do I attach? The positive sign here, plus 9, implies that both of them must have the same signs, whether positive, positive, or plus, plus rather, or minus, minus. And plus 12 is shouting there, look, I am positive. If you're going to use the same signs, then quickly use plus. I say, okay, I've heard you. So plus 2 plus 18 cannot give me my plus 12. Plus 3 plus 6 cannot give me, plus 3 plus 12 cannot give me plus 12. Plus 4 plus 9 cannot do it. But we can see that plus 6 will give us plus 12. So we are going to use plus 6 to replace our plus 12, which means in place of plus 12x, the equation here can then be written as 4x squared plus 6x plus 6x to replace plus 12, and then we'll bring in our plus 9 equal to 0. So that's our pair of factors, signs. So here we have what? Plus 6x plus 8x plus 6x plus 6x replacing what? Plus 12x. And we can then move from this. Okay, since we have 4x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 9 equal to 0, we factorize. Between 4x squared and 6x, what is common? Of course, you can see that x is common, yes. But what about between 4 and 6? Oh, 2 is common. Be careful there. So 2x is common. I take it out and I open the bracket. I divide 4x squared by 2x. 4 over 2 is 2. X squared divided by x is x. So that gives me 2x. Now plus 6x divided by 2x again will give me plus. 6 divided by 2 is 3. X cancels x. So I can close this. I bring down this plus. 6x plus 9. What is common? Between 6x and 9, you will agree 3 is the highest common factor there. So I bring 3 out. 6x divided by 3 will be 2x. And plus 9 divided by plus 3 will be plus 3. You can see 2x plus 3 is common. So bring it out. 2x plus 3 in both brackets. And then I fly in my 2x there and drop down my 3 equals to 0. Let's clean this a little bit. So that's where we are now. And there, we know that 2x plus 3 multiply 2x plus 3 equals to 0. So two numbers multiply to give us 0. What does that imply? It means one of them must be 0, which means that 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, or the second 2x plus 3 equals to 0. Of course, solving these, we have that x is equals to minus 3 over 2, and here x is equals to minus 3 over 2. Yes, we can simply just state that x is equals to minus 3 over 2 twice. Now, what's the difference between this equation and previous ones? The only difference is that our x squared, in this case, had a coefficient other than 1. As a result, we can't just go straight and find the factors of plus 9. We had to do what? 4 times 9 first to give us 36. So instead of looking for factors of 9, we're looking for factors of 36. We'll take another equation, another example in this same form. Here we have 2y squared minus 11y minus 21. Of course, you know, as I've just explained, that we are not going to look for factors of 21. No. Rather, we're going to do what? Multiply 2 by 21 to give us what? 42, because our y square here has a coefficient of 2, which is not 1. So we multiply 2 by 21 to give us 42. So listing out factors of 42, we'll start with 1 and 42. 2 by 21. I think we have there also 3 and 14. Also, we can pick out 6 and 7. Our point of interest is what? To replace our 11y with one of these pairs of factors. But first, what sign do I attach? Oh, my 21 is negative. It means one must be positive and one should be negative. Which of them? I don't know. Minus 11y is screaming out, I am negative. Please make sure the greater number takes the negative sign. I say, okay. So in the pair of 1 and 42, 42 is greater, so it will take the negative sign, and then it takes positive, because 21 is already saying both of them cannot have the same signs. So here we have 21 is greater than 2, 14 is greater than 3. The rule says right now we should give 14 negative, and this takes positive. And similarly, we have there. Now, which of these pairs will give us minus 11? Well, careful examination shows us that what? Plus 3 minus 14 is equal to what? Minus 11. So we'll use those two numbers to replace our minus 11. So on this line, we will now obtain here. Let's clean up our board a bit. So now that we are using what? We are using plus 3 minus 14. So in place of minus 11y, I'll say, okay, this will be 2y squared. In place of 11, we now come in with plus 3y minus 14y. That's it. And then our minus 21 equal to 0. And of course, we can now factorize what is common between 2y squared and 3y. Of course, only y is common. Nothing is common between 2 and 3. So I open my brackets. 2y squared divided by y will give me 2 and a y, plus 3y divided by y. Y will cancel out and we have 3 left. Bring down the minus sign there carefully. Between 14y and 21, you agree that the highest number there is 7 that can take care of that. So I open my bracket. Now minus 14y divided by minus 7. Minus over minus is positive. 14 over 7 is 2. So I have my y attached. Minus 21 divided by minus 7 will give us a positive number. 21 over 7 is 3. Again, you can see what I have in both brackets are the same. So what next? I can factorize. What? We can factorize 2y plus 3 out. 2y plus 3. It's common. I will open the bracket, fly in my y, and then bring down 7. Let's knit up our board a bit. So that's it. Y minus 7 times what? 2y plus 3 equals to 0. What does this mean? Two numbers multiply, the result is 0. One of them will be equal to 0. So that y minus 7, as this is equal to 0, or the second one, 2y plus 3 equals to 0. And from here we can solve that our y is equal to 7, or y equals to minus 3 over 2. That brings us to the end of using the factorization method. In the next video clip, we'll be looking at using the formula method, that is the completing the square method.